Welcome. Please take a deep, steadying breath and allow your vision to soften as it settles upon the sacred space we have prepared. Can you feel the weight of the air here? It is thick, charged with a quiet electricity that only reveals itself when the world outside falls silent. Let the rhythmic, soothing motion of this brush moving through your hair ground you. With every stroke, feel the tension leaving your scalp, moving down your neck and dissolving into the floor. We are anchoring your physical body here, in this sanctuary of absolute reflection, a space we have carved out of the noise of the ordinary world. We are surrounded by the warm, flickering golden glow of these candles. Look closely at how the flames dance, their light catching the intricate, pristine facets of the clear quartz crystals we've placed around the perimeter. These stones are not just ornaments, they are amplifiers, drawing the energy of your intentions and reflecting it back into the center of our circle. Beneath these 5 magnificent cards lies a heavy, textured tapestry, a hand-woven mandala of profound oceanic blue, bright turquoise, and radiant gold. This cloth is a map of the infinite pathways of the universe, representing the complex, interwoven currents of destiny that have conspired to bring you to this exact moment in time. The air is heavy with the scent of melted beeswax and the ancient metallic tang of the sea. You have come seeking a guiding light, and the deck has responded with a sequence that speaks of profound elemental shifts, the clash of deep emotional waters, and the miraculous, impossible spark of sudden fire. Let us begin at the genesis. Let your eyes drift to the far left. The first card drawn is Judgment. Gaze deeply upon the winged figure of pure, radiant light hovering just above the dark, swirling waters. This is a celestial messenger, a beacon of gold against the crushing blue. Beneath this being, the Elven Merfolk are reaching upward, their elegant hands breaking the surface of the deep as if they are being pulled by an invisible, irresistible thread of light. Their faces reflect a mixture of awe and a profound, ancient readiness. Judgment is often misunderstood as a card of finality or punishment, but for you, it is a card of profound awakening. It represents the clarion call of your own soul, echoing through the silent chambers of your heart. You have been dwelling in the depths for a very long time, perhaps longer than you care to admit. You have been submerged in old habits, outdated belief systems, and a version of yourself that simply no longer fits the expanding vastness of your spirit. Recently, you heard a frequency that only the delicate ears of your inner elven nature could detect. It was a vibration that shook you awake from a long spiritual slumber. This card signifies that you are undergoing a period of intense self-evaluation. The light from the messenger is offering you absolute absolution. It is asking you to forgive yourself for the missteps of the past and to release the heavy anchors of regret that have kept you pinned to the ocean floor. The Elven Merfolk in this water are not afraid of the light. They have been waiting for it for centuries. You are realizing that a chapter of your life is closing, not because of failure, but because of graduation. You are being called to rise, to shed your old skin, and to step into a more brilliant expression of your identity. The universe is telling you that your past does not dictate your future, provided you are courageous enough to reach toward the gold and rise from the dark waters of your previous constraints. Now, let the motion of the brush soothe you as we move to the second card, the Page of Wands. Here, the narrative shifts into something vibrant and unexpected. We see a young elven mer youth surrounded by the churning dark blues of the crushing ocean. Yet, in her hands, she grasps a rough-hewn staff that glows with a fierce, brilliant golden-orange fire. She looks upward, her expression filled with a sense of wonder and unyielding determination. This card represents the immediate aftermath of your awakening. Having risen from the deep, you have discovered a spark. The Page of Wands is the pure, raw energy of inspiration, a brand new idea, a sudden passion, or a creative urge that has taken root in your mind. But look at the paradox. She is holding fire underwater. This signifies that your new inspiration might seem entirely illogical or impossible to those around you. You might even be asking yourself, how can I sustain this fire in such a dampening environment? How can this spark survive the emotional depths I am navigating? The message of the page is that this spark does not play by the conventional rules. It is a magical, ancient, elven energy. You are being tasked to nurture this flame, even if it seems out of place. Do not worry about building a roaring bonfire yet. Your only job right now is to protect the ember. Adopt a beginner's mindset. Be curious. Be playful. Allow yourself the freedom to explore this new facet of your personality without the pressure of needing immediate mastery. The page is a messenger of boundless potential, telling you that the impossible fire is exactly what you need to propel yourself forward. We now arrive at the center of the spread, the hinge upon which your entire destiny turns, the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card of immense, staggering cosmic weight. We see a massive, intricately carved wheel, perhaps an ancient artifact of the Elven Merfolk, divided into quadrants of green, red, blue, and gold. Each section is inhabited by different elemental forces and mystical watchful creatures. They represent the interconnectedness of all things: earth, air, fire, and water, the changing of the seasons, the turning of the stars, and the cyclical nature of existence. Placing the Wheel of Fortune at the center indicates that you are at a critical pivot point. The spark you found was not a random occurrence. It was a catalyst designed to align you with a massive turning of the cosmic mechanism. There are forces at play here that are far larger than your individual willpower. The universe is conspiring to shift your trajectory. The lesson of the wheel is the art of surrender. You cannot control the turning of this massive machine by clinging to the spokes. If you try to micromanage this transition, you will only exhaust yourself. Instead, you are being called to find the center, the hub. In the precise center of a spinning wheel, there is absolute stillness. Find that stillness within yourself. Trust that the universe is bringing you exactly where you need to be. Events may begin to unfold with startling rapidity now. You may experience sudden opportunities or unexpected shifts in your circumstances. Do not resist the rotation. Breathe into the turning. Trust the divine timing that is currently operating in your life. The wheel is spinning in your favor, bringing you toward a necessary and beautiful evolution. As the wheel turns, it inevitably generates friction, which brings us to the Five of Wands. The energy here shifts dramatically. The stillness is gone, replaced by a chaotic scene in the depths. 5 elven merfolk are holding blazing wands, thrusting them toward a central point, creating a violent starburst of clashing fire and aggressive orange light against the dark water. Their expressions are set in fierce concentration. It is a moment of intense, competitive, and highly charged energy. This is the result of the wheels turning. Meaningful change rarely happens in a vacuum of peace. It creates friction. The Five of Wands represents conflict, the clash of opposing wills, and chaotic energy. As you step into this new phase, carrying your impossible fire, you will encounter resistance. This may be external, people who do not understand your new spark and challenge your vision. Or it may be internal, your old fears clashing with your new ambitions, your desire for security battling your need for freedom. Do not fear this conflict. The clash of the wands is not meant to break you, it is meant to sharpen you. Just as fire and a hammer refine a blade, this friction is necessary to clarify your vision. It is burning away the impurities and the doubts. It is testing your resolve. Are you willing to stand up for the spark you found? Are you willing to brave the churning waters to bring your vision into reality? Engage with the friction, but do not let it consume your peace. This is a temporary phase of growth designed to build your strength before the final step. Finally, we arrive at the culmination, the Queen of Cups. After the noise and the clash, we find profound, absolute stillness. We see a serene, deeply composed elven queen sitting in the calm, dark depths. She holds an ornate, glowing chalice, looking at it with a quiet, all-knowing intensity. The chaotic fire of the wands has been absorbed and mastered, transmuted into a steady, guiding inner light. The Queen of Cups represents the ultimate mastery of the emotional realm. She does not ignore the terrifying depths. She rules them. She is deeply intuitive, empathetic, and possesses a vast ocean of inner peace. This card is the promise that the destination of your turbulent journey is a state of profound emotional sovereignty. You will pass through the clash and emerge not hardened, but infinitely deepened. The chalice she holds contains the distilled wisdom of every experience you have had. You will no longer be tossed around by the turning of the wheel or the conflicts of the world. You will have found your unshakable center. This is your true nature, a being of ancient grace who trusts her inner voice without question. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is your greatest strength and your most reliable compass. Look at the entirety of this tapestry we have woven. Your journey is one of epic elemental alchemy. You began submerged and asleep until judgment called you to rise. In answering, you unearthed the Page of Wands, a spark of fire that defies the logic of your watery world. This spark engaged the Wheel of Fortune, ushering in a phase of unstoppable change. That change created the friction of the Five of Wands, a crucible of conflict that has tempered your spirit. And the reward is the serenity of the Queen of Cups, where fire and water reconcile within a heart of absolute mastery. You are navigating a transition from dormant potential to enlightened sovereignty. The universe asks for your courage and your trust. Continue to breathe in the energy of the crystals. Let the warmth of the candles remind you of the spark you carry. Let the rhythmic brushing of your hair ground this wisdom into your very soul. The cards have spoken. Carry this clarity with you. If this deep dive into your elven spirit resonated with you, if you felt the shift of the tides in your own heart, please consider subscribing to this sanctuary. We explore the hidden corners of the psyche, the intricate maps of personality, and the ancient magic that still vibrates within us. Don't forget to like this video to help our small circle expand, and I would love for you to share your journey in the comments below. Tell me, which card felt like the mirror you've been searching for? Did you feel the heat of the wands or the unshakable stillness of the queen? Your insights help us all navigate these depths together. I'll be waiting here for our next excavation of the self. But until then, honor your fire and trust your waters. Stay true to you.